Hey everyone, Sat Nam. Welcome on in. My name is Elise and I'm an intuitive tarot card reader and astrologer. I'm here to give you a reading on the Pisces lunar eclipse on the 17th, which is today. And just wanted to get a collective message around what's coming in for us in regards to this eclipse. We're noticing a shift or a change in the areas that we're receiving like small changes from, maybe not small, maybe large changes from. Yeah, so this is a reading to go over that energy. Thank you so much for watching me. Yeah, let's get into your reading. So we're switching over from the Aries Libra axis into the Pisces Virgo axis now. So we've been having the solar and lunar eclipses in the Libra and Aries areas of our chart. Check out your astrology, your natal chart, in order to find out where that's happening for you. I'm also posting up readings for every rising sign here coming up after this eclipse. So a lot of different things that are now coming to light. Still some parts of the old eclipse cycle that we're wrapping up and going through, as we still do have some eclipses in Aries and Libra over this next 6 months. So you might start to see a shift where things are happening in your life in relation to that. So yeah, let's dive in. Let's see what the cards have to say. So my focus here on the channel is to help folks like align with their higher self and give some advice in regards to where people are at on their spiritual journey. So let's take a look. So what is this solar eclipse bringing in for us? What are some main things, the lunar eclipse? What's the lunar eclipse bringing in for us? Ghost mushroom, shine. So maybe there's a new version of ourselves that's coming to light here. And yeah, let's see a little bit more. We have Rishi, the spirit medicine, turkey tail, which is block, and fairy ink cap, which is subtlety. So I think what I'm getting here is that there's something that is potentially blocking us that we're now supposed to start moving through with this Pisces and Virgo, and also with wrapping up the previous cycle of eclipses. And so there's this spirit medicine that's coming in, or this message from spirit that all of these, that there's still some integration around these blocks that are in your life. Really taking a look at like what is going on, how you're showing up. And I've been doing the readings for the lunar eclipse here, and it seems like a lot of people have been feeling in this stuck energy, ready to move forward with things. And it's like there's these subtle changes and shifts that are coming through for us at this point in time, and it's not going to be a big huge bang for all of us. It might be for some of you, of this like energy shift, but it's like this new part of you is starting to shine through. This part of us that we've been working on, bringing to the surface, making changes to be more in alignment with. Spirit is saying that there's still a little bit of soul growth that needs to happen around those things as we move through the tail end of the eclipses in the Aries and Libra areas of our charts. As we move through that, we're initiating this new change that will we're initiating this new way of being that will bring about some of this change that we've been hoping to see, and for it to really shine through. And then, okay, so here I have some Mabon cards, which is the autumn equinox. So at the autumn equinox, what's happening in our physical reality is the sun and the day and the night are at equal times. For those of you that live off of the equator to a certain extent, which is most of us here in North America, we will see a significant shift starting to come in as the days really start to get darker moving forward, and we shift into that feminine energy within ourselves. We start that shift in at the solstice, which is actually the beginning of summer. We start moving into our feminine energies, but it's that space of in between, coming into the harvest. Mabon is definitely about the harvest, and we will be moving into that sign here shortly. The sun will be moving into Libra here shortly. which is why we're having the solar eclipse in Libra on the 2nd. So let's see, what are these? So at this point in time, it's like everything that we put effort into is now coming to fruition. So it's like, what are we reaping from our harvest? What are the messages this lunar eclipse, Spirit? And moving in to the Mabon season. So we have coming of darkness. All the light is dimming. Life is withering away at the core. Are you ready? Are you ready for this old sense of self to be truly gone? Are you still relying on certain mindsets that have carried you through? Are you noticing those kinds of patterns? Oh, you got quite a few cards actually. You have Queen of the Dead. Fear not the rage of fire living within, for it is the power of your fierceness waiting to taste you fully. So it's like, are you, again, I feel like there's a lot of us keeping up pretenses, you know, and our higher self is like, you're not meant to be this version of yourself anymore. Let's see what else we have. Darkness falls. When you live the hidden, the things that want nothing more than to swallow you whole. Within you lives the hidden, the things that want nothing more than to swallow you whole. And it's like, yeah, these old patterns just sucking you back into this space that you no longer want to be in. You know, as the darkness falls and things are really coming into fruition here, and you're seeing all of these seeds that you have sown this entire time, you start to see the harvest of those things. It's really about, you know, are you taking stock of like what you actually cultivated in your life to bring about those endings, those completions, those things that are coming through for you at this point in time? You have grieving. The chambers of your mourning are surrounded by nothingness, emptiness, waiting to be seen. And it's like you're grieving this previous version of yourself is what's happening. Yeah. And there's a feeling of loss around this old sense of life, that were some good things definitely there. And it's not to say that our life is good or bad, period. But there were some good things there that we're trying to keep pulling forward with us, and maybe potentially are not meant to come with us on this next path in life. You have breath work. Allow your breath to expand your spirit and fill your heart. I feel like just this connecting within yourself, really taking stock of where you're at and what you want to actually bring forward as we close out this cycle. Just because we have shown up in a certain way doesn't mean that we can't change the way that we're showing up in the future. And it's really about integrating that soul lesson around consistently allowing yourself to be adaptable and in flow. So when we feel resistance to things, understanding that resistance is there for a reason and taking action towards something different. And when things flow easily, taking a step and taking a look at that and saying, okay, this is something that's working out for me. This is where I'm going to focus my energy in. And finally, we have witches gathering. Gather in power, come together in grace. Unity is rising, and all will be embraced. So maybe celebrating some of your successes, maybe talking over with your friends or family about these changes that you've gone through, kind of working through that with other people might be beneficial to you. I'm certain that a lot of people have probably seen the changes that you've gone through and also have been experiencing those changes for themselves. So we're a lot more relatable to others than maybe potentially what we originally thought. So yeah, this coming of darkness, are you ready to really take a look at where the things are in your life and what you did in order to manifest them into your life or create them in your life? Not everything is a result of our manifestations. As we're ready to evolve, sometimes it's a push from spirit to evolve into the next part of life. I definitely have experienced that a lot this year around things that were totally completely out of my control, but I needed to adapt to the circumstances that were happening and understand that my life couldn't be the same. And so we experience that on the day to day, regardless if it's a large thing or maybe just a small thing. We're like, okay, I can't keep doing that anymore. You know, it's like if you want to lose weight, I can't keep doing the same things that got me into this position, you know, anymore. All right, let's take a look at the Moonology here. Actually, I'm going to save this for incoming energies. Let's take a look at what your higher self wants to talk to you about. What are the messages coming in for the higher self, from the higher self? See how this energy, like everything's just kind of falling out. The cards are really chaotic, whereas before it wasn't really like that. It's kind of like there's this, no, okay. There's kind of like this, we're excited, this excited energy, and maybe like this forceful energy of pushing things forward. So, okay, so we do have the Six of Swords coming out first, which is moving on mentally from these situations. And maybe it's moving forward with things without the baggage of the past. That's really what we're trying to release, is this like baggage of the past, of this former version of ourselves, really loving that former version of ourselves, really taking a look at what we can move forward with and what needs to stay behind. And this is really like only bringing what's needed forward with you mentally, different mindsets. Next, we have the Knight of Pentacles, moving at a pace that is slow, sure-footed, making sure we're assessing, we're attending the things that we're planting. We're not just like planting the seed and then moving on with things. We're really coming into this place of like tenderness and taking care of those things. Next, we have the Princess of Cups, just following your intuition, letting your intuition guide you, coming at it from a space of, I have no idea, and so I'm going to let Spirit guide me. Next, we have this Five of Swords. It's like, yeah, there's been this need, this feeling of, with the Eight of Pentacles here, it's like this desire to push forward no matter what the cost is potentially what's inhibiting some or causing the struggle here. Just a repeat message of that. And the High Priestess, just, yeah, following your intuition. And also, for some people, the message is to talk to other people, for sure. And again, trust your intuition on this. And for some things, it's about moving in silence and just, maybe it's other people's opinions that are keeping you stuck in this energy here. And it's like this subtly making these changes in order to move forward. Maybe for some of you, definitely talking to other people about it. Some people, those other people have been interfering, and maybe there's like some evil eye stuff going on, and just to protect yourself against those things. It's not that you're not spiritually protected, but it's just like an active engagement with that sense of protection, and really just realizing that the sky is the limit. There is nothing that you can't do to moving forward. This is totally, completely surmountable. Whatever this challenge is, you're meant to move through it. You're meant to move on to different energy. Yeah, and you are going to move on to different energy, and there's a big sense of like trusting yourself. And what I feel like we've been moving through over the course of the last couple of years with the astrology is learning how to empower ourselves again. Really learning how to take back control instead of feeling like things are just happening to us, and being in that victim mentality around, I have no control over this situation, things just keep on happening to me, instead of having that sense of empowerment. Pluto is moving back through Capricorn, and so we're really finalizing up some lessons around that sense of empowerment for ourselves. Yeah. So just really cleaning up that energy. There's stuff still there for us to work through. All right, let's take a look at what's incoming for you spiritually here. Incoming, please. To the bottom of the deck, we have breathe through the tension. For sure. There is any change is difficult. It's all based upon our perception of what's hard about it, right? You have full moon in Libra, find a balance. We have the last quarter moon in Scorpio, reveal what needs to be seen. And we also have the new moon in Pisces, even though this is a full moon lunar eclipse in Pisces, and we have attuned to the divine. So just very much taking a look at yourself, commune with the divine. Maybe the divine has some messages for you in order to help out with this integration, but finding this balance between like the 3D and the ethereal world. So like the 3D and the 5D. Are you living in a headspace of, are you being grounded within yourself and approaching things from a grounded space? Or do you have your head in the clouds? And for some people, it will be the opposite, where it's only really seeing what's going on in your physical 3D reality and not taking the time to really connect in with your higher self. There's like a message around, relax. Yeah, there's a message around just needing to take a breath, sorting out where you're at right now. You know, at the beginning of this new change, and again, be humble here at the bottom. At the beginning of this new change, it's like, are you ready for this? Like fully? Are you, peace is what you want in your life, are you fostering that? Are you creating opportunities for peace in your life? And maybe that's cutting out negative people from your life, but it also could just be cutting out negative mindsets out of your own personal well-being, for your own personal well-being. Okay, let's take a look at what's incoming here. Incoming. Oh, that one flipped right around. Incoming messages for the Pisces lunar eclipse. The bottom of the deck. Holy. You have Judgment here. You have the Ace of Swords. So this huge wake-up call, this huge rebirth, this truth being understood is what's incoming for you in order for you to be able to move forward in a state of victory. You know, harmonizing different areas of your life in order to move forward out of this Ten of Swords energy, which is feeling like it's just like overkill, you know, doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting different results from it. So like moving on from that space. And then you also have here the High Priestess, the Hangman, the Fool, the Knight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune. So it's just like, again, trusting that intuition, coming into that space of a different perspective, really being at peace with whatever is going on around you, knowing that you're divinely protective, knowing that you're being taken care of by spirit as you move through this transition to move in. And this change is coming in very, very quickly. Once this new mindset is adopted or this lesson is learned, or maybe from the other people around you, and moving forward into this like new space of, with the Nine of Pentacles here, of like independence, yeah, success, inner power and strength coming quickly towards you after waiting for things to come through to fruition. Okay, sorry, we'll get back into the actual cards. You have the Hermit here. It's Virgo. You know, this is with the sun in Virgo, so it's not surprising to me that this is coming up, but it's like recalculating again what you want your abundance to move through, and I feel like there's this completion energy of what's coming in, that you're moving through this with all of this radical changes that are coming up from what was on the bottom of the deck. You have the Death card and Adjustment. So I feel, and which is Justice card in the Rider-Waite system. So like this ending, right? And we're moving into a period of endings, right? To gain this balance, to gain this harmony. And I feel like this here with the Libra solar eclipse coming up, I feel like you're going to start to see this transformation of energy around the solar eclipse, because we have the full moon and then there's 2 weeks, and that is a period to release and let go. And the solar eclipse, like any new moon, which the eclipse is a new moon, any new moon is initiation of new energies, and the moon is really about like our day-to-day fortunes, like what's going on the day-to-day, good, bad, otherwise. And so like this ending, this period of ending, moving forward into this harmony. And it's important to remember that, you know, things begin with the ending of another thing. We only have so much capacity. So when we release things, we release to receive new energies. You have the Knight of Cups and also the King of Cups. So yeah, just really taking action, moving forward to this place of emotional balance. That's what's incoming here, is this place of emotional balance after feeling like we're stuck in this energy. Yeah, okay, let's finish up with the soul message here. So expect some things to end over the next couple weeks as we move through the returning from the full moon down to the new moon again. We have Lost Lands, Soul Memories, and Gifts. You've done this before. Oh, that one wanted to come out too. Sorry, nose is itchy. At the bottom, we have deep cellular healing, which is release and renewal. So moving through this process is bringing in this healing energy. It's providing this healing, a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Whale and Orca elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep, and Lost Land, like I said, the soul memories and gifts. You've done this before, so like you've already gone through so much change in your life, and it's funny how, and I do this too, but it's funny how we think like, oh my God, this change is happening, and it's just the way our brains are wired. So it's like moving out of that space, evolving and up and elevating out of that space where we're reactionary and being more responding to things in our life. Right? It is happening. Keep holding that vision. It is, you are moving through this, but with the Whale and Orca elders here, it's about diving deep within yourself around the changes that need to be made and really what those changes are going to bring into you, are going to bring in for you. And it is happening. And so Spirit's saying like, yes, you are moving through this. Yes, this will come to an ending, but this is the chance. There's still some things. So really taking a look at where we're at with things. Are we even just getting hung up on the idea that I want this to be over? I want this to be over. What we've been kind of going through for the last couple years, because it really is wrapping up. That's beautiful. Beautiful energy here. This brand new beginning on the other side of this. Moving forward with everything that we have happened, that we've collected from this previous version of ourselves. Moving forward with the truth of that. Okay. Let's get a cute couple of these cutie little cards. I love these little guys. Beautiful, just cute little messages for the end. Solar eclipse. Let's wrap it up. Anything else? Okay. We have Moth, embrace change. Let yourself be guided by light. You can reach your highest self. You have watching the ducks, nurturing. Helping things grow is so rewarding. Whether it's a garden, an idea, or a tiny child, what can you nurture? You have this white owl card. It says perceptive insight. Perceptive and intuitive, you penetrate beyond the surface. Trust your instinct. So just confirmation of that. And then dragonfly, possibility. You already have the power within you to reach your true potential. You just need to realize it. Yeah, so just coming in like you've done this before. You know how to move forward. You know how to go through change. Just trusting in yourself to be able to be part of that process. All right, everyone, those are your messages. Thank you so much for watching me. Please like, share, subscribe. It really is going to help me get the channel kicked off and to reach out to more people. Thank you so much again for just being with me in this space, sharing your energy with me, and we will see you in the next video. Thank you. Sat Nam.